Hey, this channel and its videos are intended for adults only and not for children. No kids allowed. To another amazing episode of Mikey's Video Game Madness. Now, will you come with me on this journey as we talk about and play Kill la Kill IF for the PlayStation 4, played on the PlayStation 4 Pro in glorious low definition, as my capture card cannot do any of these games justice apparently. Although this is cell shaded, so it might fare better, but it's quick moving, so I'm sure I'm gonna get artifacting no matter what I do. And since I don't make money making gameplay videos, I can't really see me investing in a super expensive video card, so I can just feel better about the way my videos look, when really I feel like the commentary matters, because anybody can play a game and probably has way better capture card equipment than I do. So this is based on the Kill la Kill anime, which is one of my all-time favorite animes. I'm not a huge anime person. Most of the time when I catch anime, it's due to having insomnia. A lot of times in the middle of the night, I'll go on like your average streaming service and maybe find like an anime if I'm feeling in an anime type of mood, which sometimes happens, sometimes it doesn't. As I've gotten older, I've gotten a little bit more into anime. I don't know why that is. Maybe I'm playing catch up, because when I was a teenager, I remember really wanting to watch anime a lot when it was super popular in the afternoons and like in high school. People would watch Dragon Ball Z and stuff like that, and other shows. I remember Sailor Moon being big. I did watch Sailor Moon when I was younger, before that became popular. So that actually is still nostalgic to me versus actually trying to seek it out because I'm curious about the storyline. I actually finished collecting all of the Sailor Moons unless they actually start making new things, so that's pretty exciting at a nerd capacity. So yeah, so a lot of the animes I've caught through either watching streaming services, or sometimes I'll leave Cartoon Network on. If you're not familiar with that, that's a channel that shows cartoons 24/7. At night, they tend to show cartoons geared more towards adults, which plays on Adult Swim. On Saturdays, they have Toonami, which plays more adult-oriented anime shows. Kill la Kill was one of the shows that aired. I remember seeing like a couple of episodes. I was like, I don't know what the hell this is, but I need to see it, and I need to see more of it. Unfortunately, this video is not going to show a lot of gameplay. This game is more story oriented than gameplay oriented, and the way you unlock characters is to play the story mode. There are two story modes. What's interesting about playing this game, if you are a fan of the show, is that you actually play as the antagonist when you play the first part of the story. The second part of the story, you actually play as the character, and you basically play the episodes of the show. This show is currently airing on Netflix in high definition, and it actually has the English dub, which I actually think is quite good. I'm not a huge snotty dub person. Like a lot of times, like when I watch these shows, I'm super tired and I don't have the eyesight or want to strain my eyes trying to read subtitles. Now, if I'm watching something during the day, I might not be opposed to reading subtitles. I'm not opposed to foreign films. I'm not ignorant in that way or anything like that. It's just sometimes dubs are easier, and this actually has a really good dub. Another good dub, also one of my other favorite animes, is Ghost in the Shell. The animated version. If it's live action, why would it be dubbed unless I'm just stupid and I'm watching an American movie in a different language? So This is a story-based arena fighter, I guess that's what you would call it. I guess that's what the genre is called. I don't know. But anyway, basically it kind of plays like a lot of the Naruto, One Piece, Dragon Ball Z games that have come out, where there's kind of like a arena and you run around, and it's usually over the shoulder, and it's just basic combos. I wouldn't say it's like Street Fighter complex. There is some complexity to it. I think what makes these games challenging is that there's so much going on the screen at one time. It makes it pretty crazy to try to keep up with it. I really like the fact this is actually showing you some gameplay there. The cell shaded engine that they're using looks really, really, really good. It's made by the people who made Little Witch Academia, which is another anime you can watch on Netflix, but there was like a side-scrolling RPG. It's download only. In the West, it's not the best thing ever, but I bought it because I was curious about Kill la Kill. So I bought an unrelated game and an unrelated genre just so I could see what kind of caliber of a company that's working on this game. And it's pretty passable. It's like a side-scrolling JRPG where you level up, and it's really cutesy. It's like the witch anime version of Harry Potter. But we're talking about Kill la Kill now. So Kill la Kill is a really manic RPG. A manic anime, not an RPG. Sorry, I'm getting my words all mixed up, but that's part of the Mikey's Video Game Madness experience. So, again, part of my goal with my channel is to cover all things that I'm interested in. Some of it is just me talking because I know kind of what's going on in my life when I rewatch these videos. It's almost like a video journal written in code, which is really irresponsible of me to put it on YouTube for the simple fact that probably one day all my videos will be erased if I don't back them up at some point, which is something I really need to do. I really need to get on that, to be honest, because I have so many videos I need to back up. But I think I would back up maybe some of the older ones. I think the newer ones, there's some parts. Life is weird. Sometimes life, even though you have like different events going on in your life, sometimes if you looked at the ups and downs in your life and the peaks and valleys, sometimes it's just like gravel instead of like a smooth road, and then sometimes it's like going up and down like as if you were driving on San Francisco. And I think I'm more interested in the highs and lows of my life during the time that I recorded some of these videos. So maybe not all videos are relevant. It is cool to also look back at some of these games, so maybe I'm talking theoretically, like who are we kidding, I'm gonna wait till last minute and all this stuff will be erased. But anyway, the anime kind of covers the fashion industry. Basically the main character is trying to fight her way to find out who killed her father, but you're playing as the person that's kind of trying to prevent her from doing that, at least in the first game. Like I said, the second part of the game is actually you playing through the storyline of the show. Right now I'm talking about the show. So, basically every time like you fight all these little clubs in the school, like you get like their uniforms that are made out of life fibers, and you get little stars. The more stars that you get, the higher in society that you become, just based on your clothing, which is really crazy. So once they start like earning stars and stuff like that, they'll actually be considered higher class and more respected. The shittier clothes you wear, the lower class you are, the shittier you're treated. You're like eating garbage out of the street. There's also a huge theme about family and all this other stuff. There's a lot more going on. It's super manic. It's actually extraordinarily funny. At least my sense of humor, I think it's funny. It's really violent at times. There is a lot of fan service that might initially turn off a lot of people, but I'd say stick with it, because part of the fan service is the storyline. The show's very aware of itself. It really knows, even though it might have some deeper undertones, it's very aware, and it's even the serious moments can instantly turn silly, and I don't know, it has heart, and you forget about the fan service, and it's not really that important, and it's, like I said, it's integrated in the story. It's not just like tee hee hee, they're wearing skimpy outfits. There's a reason why they're doing it a little bit, and I won't lie, they probably do it a little bit just for the sake of fan service. It's very tongue-in-cheek, a lot of it, but there's actually a good message. You end up really liking all of the different characters, and I can't recommend the anime enough. There's not a huge roster of characters in this particular fighter, but the characters you expect to play as are there. You can select the Japanese language voice track, which is why this kind of looks weird when they talk, because I feel like they actually did the lip syncing for the Japanese voice acting, whereas the English voice actors, which are also in the game, which is pretty incredible for a game that's kind of under the radar. They put a lot of work into it, especially to get the whole English cast back, which I kind of prefer. There's a little bit more swearing. I don't know, it's a little bit more relatable because they put dialects and stuff like that in there that you might be familiar with, whereas if it's like a Japanese dub and you're not a huge anime watcher, and you don't watch anime all the time, you might not pick up on the different dialects and stuff like that. And even if you are, maybe you won't. I don't know. I know there's people out there that's like, oh, I'm taking Japanese, I only listen to the Japanese track and all this stuff, and I only eat Pocky. But whatever. Suit the voice track that you get the most enjoyment out of. I actually have listened to both, and I think they're both awesome in their own right. I will say, watching the anime or even the game with the Japanese voice track. Sorry, it's late. I'm actually recording this at 2 o'clock in the morning. I got home after work, and I just still wanted to do things instead of chilling and playing video games. I'm like, I'm gonna make a video, and I've already restarted this video 5 times. So yeah, the thing about this show is that it's so manic and there's so much action going on. I would recommend to watch the show in your native tongue if possible, and then watch it in Japanese and read the subtitles. I think that works really good. I actually did it in reverse because when this show first came out on Netflix, because by the time I started to really want to watch it, it was going off the air on TV, because there's only 24 episodes plus a 25th bonus episode that is on the DVD and Blu-ray sets. So it was on Netflix. It's still on Netflix, but for a while they only had the Japanese voice track, which is awesome. Like I said, it's good in its own right, but they eventually added English not too long ago, but for a long time they didn't have the English voice track. So I got the best of both worlds, and you can choose in this game. Right now we're having gameplay. It's going to end fairly quickly. The combos are really easy. You can die fairly quickly. There's just a lot of dodging, and usually the combos are really simple. You just tap the same buttons over and over again. You have kind of like a lock on, you like power up, and then you combine buttons like the shoulder buttons with the face buttons and stuff like that. There's probably more to it. I haven't played the game as much as I'd liked, and I haven't played the game for a few months since I recorded it, but I did win and got an S ranking, which is usually like the best ranking in Japanese games, which throws me off because like I'm used to our academic rating schedule where A is the best thing that you can, well, A plus, you know, and you don't get that. I think in like really early primary school, S's were good, but S like here just it would just mean, oh, you're just satisfactory, which just means, yeah, you're all right, you just made it through to normal. But
No, I apologize for waiting.
yeah, the animation and everything is awesome. I would definitely check out the anime. I hope this video was at least interesting. The graphics were nice to look at, weren't they? If you didn't like the sound of my voice, I think it looks quite good. I'm going to stop it here because I don't want to spoil the story. I just kind of want to spark your interest and talk to you guys for a bit. So I hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will talk to you on the next one. Hopefully it'll be a good one, right? Fingers crossed. No, it's going to probably be something obscure. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.
If you want to, like, comment, and subscribe! Thanks for watching!